Last night, this team played with a certain anger, like you had a chip on your shoulder.
I mean, a little bit. It's a game. It's a must-win game for us, and a game that we needed to win and take care of it, and move on to Game 6.
Why is it that you have to be put in those kinds of situations to have those kinds of performances?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not exactly sure. I think we set a good pattern last night to follow, and I think we can build on it a little more. And if we play with the energy, the focus that we played last night, we're in very good shape.
Will it be difficult to take that into Game 6, into a place where you've had trouble the last 2 times you've been there?
It'll be difficult, but I think it's a challenge that we need to accept and go with the mindset of winning the game and playing as hard as we played last night, as together as we played last night, and hopefully it will be effective too.
What will go into duplicating the pattern you guys set in Game 5 onward?
What is it?
What needs to go into being able to duplicate the pattern you guys set?
What needs to probably just extra concentration. Extra concentration for Game 6, and it's something that we don't want to do just again. We want to do it on a consistent basis. And if we're able to do that, I think that's I said it last night. That's what took us to the championship last year, and if we want to win the championship, that's what's going to take us again. With that kind of effort, that kind of attitude.
Pau, you've had a theme for the last couple of months about balance, where using all your weapons, ball movement. It all happened last night. Why is it so hard to do that on a consistent basis?
Sometimes teams take away certain things from you, or you get focused on the wrong things out there, or you get sidetracked for whatever reason for what you need to do, and sometimes happens that way. But if we play with the energy that we played last night, the aggressiveness that we played last night, the certainty, the assertiveness that we played last night with, I think very positive that we can be very successful, not just at home but also on the road.
In the days between games 4 and 5, were you wondering whether you were going to show up that way, or were you confident that
I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait for the day to come and actually get to play. Since that game was over in Oklahoma, I couldn't wait for Game 5 to start. And I know we had a couple 2 days in between, so that was going to be good for us in order to get some rest and prepare. But I couldn't wait to get out there and make a little statement and hopefully do it again on Game 6. We don't want to try to stretch this out and give them another chance.
When you guys that there's it's easy as fans or media to look at the game and be like, oh my God, well, look what they did. As long as they try, they can beat every team by 27. It's just not that simple. Where's the sort of the middle ground in terms of what the effort and execution should look like?
Oh, it's tough. It's tough because there's so many factors that are not on your hands, and it's always a little easier. Especially last night it was incredible. The atmosphere in Staples was hasn't been like that since probably late last year in the playoffs. The energy was great. Our fans really supported us, and it was fantastic. So I think it also carried on our energy and our performance out there. So so give them credit for it. But it's always hard to do it on the road. So on the road you have to fight through the crowd, different factors. So the focus got to be even harder, or even stronger, and the execution's got to be even tighter. So it's like I said, and then the other team gets more confident, gets more energy, and they make runs, and they're a good quality team. It's like the same thing happened last year against Houston. We really controlled them and played them well at home, but on the road we just couldn't get it done, and they blew us out pretty much every game there. Last 2 games we played there.
You didn't guarantee a victory last night, but you said they're not going to get any more.
Well, that's the mindset that I want us to have. We got to be confident about what we're doing, and we got to go into games thinking we're not going to allow them to win the ball game, and that's how confident we are. That's how we understand what we need and what we need to do out there. And so if you go into the game with that confidence, which is not arrogance, it's just knowing what you need to do and understanding that if you do those things, you're going to probably win the game. So it's just a positive mindset.
Great
Well, the
athlete.
defense has been very good, obviously, and then last night on the other end, he hits a few shots. How do you see his role offensively? I mean, how relevant is that right now, and staying within the flow of things and helping on that end as well?
I mean, it's relevant because he plays a lot of minutes and he's going to get looks, but we want him to get good, comfortable looks for him that he feels good about. And sometimes, like I said, some nights you get certain looks, some nights you get others, and you got to figure that out. You got to feel the game a little bit and understanding where can you be productive out there. Last night he was aggressive. He knocked down shots. Things went well for all of us for the most part. So it was easier probably to hit shots on the road. We'll see what happens. It's a little more difficult, but we wanted to continue to be aggressive, continue to find and search where he can be productive, and figure it out.
Is the offense an added bonus, and is it enough just for him to defend the way he defends, or does he really need to pick it up?
Well, it's always a plus when you're, obviously, our his main focus is to defend the top scorer in the league, which is hard, very, very difficult, and we try to support him as much as possible. But if he can produce also and be effective on the other end, it helps.
Great athletes have the ability to forget losses. But Phil just said that you guys wanted to prove that you were so much better than the team that showed up for Game 4. So was that one of those losses that you purposely wanted to remind yourselves of?
Yeah, you need to. We need to remember that loss going into Game 6. How we felt, how that played out for us in Game 4. So we don't want anything like that on Game 6. And so in Game 5 we really came out with that attitude and just telling them and making them understand that it's not gonna happen. They're not gonna have a chance to move on, and we need to do that on Game 6. Hopefully we'll close it out, but it's going to require a lot of work, a lot of toughness, and a lot of concentration.
Was there a sense of sort of a greater sense of whole last night in terms of the need? But there was a play first half, I think it was, where you hit the ground after an offense possession. Drew scooped you up like an old war movie or something when you guys got back down the court.
Right.
Was there just that awareness of
Yeah, the awareness was great. We all were in sync, reacting to each other, just clicking, defensively and offensively, and it really showed up. And it was it made a big difference. Obviously, that's why we were able to win the ball game with the difference that we did. So if we can continue to do that and have that same energy, same spark, things will work out very, very well.
normally Drew just kicks you while you're down there?
Oh no! Normally it's just which he should. It's like I said, it's a nice gesture of him, but we want him to get back in transition. Because I think Durant had an open three because our man ran to the hole, and our guards picked him up, and Durant was wide open top of the three, and we didn't contest that. So we first is getting back on defense. And then, you support or have
It's not like he threw you over his shoulder.
No. He just helped me out. He just helped me out. So that was cool, and I appreciated it. But next time he should run back and then worry about the rest.
After a home game, have you had a chance to unwind up at the Hyatt?